Hey guys, sorry I was late. Did you see the rain? It was raining here. I'm surprised you didn't see it. I would have turned it in time, but you know the dog ate my homework, so I'm gonna have to reprint it. Can you give me one more day? Oh, well, there was just so much food there, and I didn't want it to go to waste, so I broke my diet today, just today, so that I wouldn't waste food. Ugh. I could not wake up this morning because I really slept bad last night. I had a dream about there was a werewolf, and so I couldn't wake up early this morning and do my morning routine. Oh my god, I just hate doing bills. I hate it. I can't stand looking at my bank account. I cut my finger. No one can work in my condition, so I'm gonna take the day off. Those are just some of my favorite excuses for not doing things you don't want to do. Today we're going to talk about the top 5 things that I hear people tell me about video content creation. So here are the best reasons not to create a video today. Real, and I decided to do it over here in my comfy chair because I think we're gonna hit on a little feelings, and I feel like we all need to get a little comfortable. So settle in, get comfortable, get your coffee, and let's do some real talk. All right, if you're enjoying this content, go ahead and subscribe and hit that bell, and let me know in the comments below what is keeping you from creating a video this week. Before we get started, my big news. I sliced my finger, so if you see this, just know I'm okay. It was an accident. I was making guacamole. It would have been the best guacamole in the world, but it never got finished because I had to go get 7 stitches in my finger. This could have been a really big excuse for not making a video today and this week for you guys, but instead I decided to turn it into a video. So we're going to talk about some of the best excuses that I've heard from clients and friends for not creating a video this week for their audience. One of my favorites is kind of future casting. It goes back to, oh, I don't look well today. I don't have my makeup on today. But it's even bigger than that. Oh, I have a hair appointment next week, so I'm gonna wait until I'm ready next week. I'm gonna look better next week. This is a weird hair week. I'm gonna do it next week. Are you the one out there holding off until next week when everything's perfect? Because you know what? Next week never comes. It doesn't. If this is your excuse, I'm telling you right now, pull out your phone, make a video for your audience. They don't need you next week. They need you now. Another great excuse is, I don't know what to talk about. I don't know what topic to film about. I didn't plan ahead, so you know what? I'm just not gonna do one this week because I just don't know what to talk about. I've already touched on that one subject last week or 3 weeks ago, so I don't have a topic I'm not gonna film. Your audience needs to hear from you. So if planning and not knowing what topic to film is your problem, then where is your strategy? It sounds to me when people come to me with this excuse that they can't film this week because they don't have a topic to film, they have zero strategy. That tells me that they are just jumping on camera every single week. They're just jumping on camera to be visible with no real strategy, which means that the content they're creating maybe hits the mark with their audience here and there, but most likely it's just a way to stay present with their audience, but there is no end goal. They're not driving traffic to anything in their business to grow their list or to add more value to their audience. It tells me that there is zero strategy and they are just simply doing what they think they have to do. And that way, it's a lot easier to talk yourself out of filming this week because you just really don't have anything planned on your calendar to film. This is a huge part of what I teach in my circle. So I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about that at the end of the video, so stay tuned because I love helping people with this situation. Here's another crazy excuse. no one is gonna care, right? So you're gonna put all this effort into your video and no one's gonna care. No one's gonna notice if I don't have a new video up this week. No one's gonna notice if I don't go live in my group when I told everyone I'm gonna go live in my group. No one's gonna notice if I don't show up on Instagram for a week. Is this you? Is any of this hitting home? If it is, let me know in the comments below. It's okay, this is a safe place. I brought you guys to my comfy chair, okay? It's a safe place. Let me know in the comments below. Is this hitting home? Are any of these excuses some that you are using this week not to film? If it is, I want you to know your audience needs you. And if you feel overwhelmed by creating video and you're hiding behind some of these excuses, come up with your own. Maybe these aren't yours. Maybe there's some other ones. Then I have a solution for you and I can't wait to tell you guys about it at the end of the video. I have some more excuses though, so hang tight. We gotta get through the hard stuff. Okay, my last two are very, very valid reasons not to film this week. Client work, right? I have client work. That's a fabulous thing. Congratulations. I'm so glad that you have clients that you are servicing and delivering awesome value to. But here's the thing. If that is holding you back from building your business, you will never, ever, ever scale. You can't scale beyond where you are right now if you can't be promoting your business and your value to new clients. So how do you balance that? How do you fit that into your client work? How do you fit promoting yourself and putting yourself out there weekly, if not daily, to your new audience? It's so overwhelming to think about. Don't worry, I've got a plan. The last great excuse, and honestly, all these are very valid excuses and they totally make sense. They are justifiable for sure. But if they're keeping you from doing what you need to do to reach your audience, then they're keeping you from the business that you want. The last and final excuse that I get a lot: my family needs me. Work from home mom, I own a business, I run a business, I have employees. But when people need me, little humans need me, when there's chaos in my house, I can't focus on something that isn't going to give me that immediate value. And feeling needed by my family feels good. And sometimes I find myself using my family as a crutch to actually creating something that could help them in the long run. What I mean by that is I'm creating leads on autopilot while I'm sleeping, while I am spending time with them, but I can't do that if my content isn't out there, if my value isn't constantly being put out there to my audience. Okay guys, remember I brought you here to be in your safe space. I did not bring you here to make you feel guilty or anything like that. I just wanted you to see the walls that you're putting up for yourself in your content creation. And honestly, there are some legitimate excuses, but a lot of these sounded like legitimate excuses, and I wanted you to hear them from someone else. So if you're telling yourself that your client work is more important, or you're telling yourself that you're gonna look better next week, so I'm just gonna push all my content creation to next week, or if you're telling yourself all these legitimate excuses that sound so good and justified in the moment in order to keep yourself from actually creating, I'm telling you, your audience needs you now. And if you're not creating, then you're not growing your audience. So I want to help you with that. So I am inviting you to a free Facebook group. The link is below, where I'm going to do a 4-day training on September 24th, 25th, 26th, and 27th. The group will close on the 27th, but during that time you can hop in anytime you want to and catch up on the videos and the trainings. And I'm doing an exclusive training for anyone like you watching this video that has these reasons and excuses for not being consistent or creating content for your audience. Everyone has a different hurdle. Everyone has a different reason. And I've heard millions. I wanted to highlight the ones that sounded legitimate, that sounded like great excuses for not creating content. And I want to help you get to the point where you are what I like to call a bulletproof content creator, where things can happen and it won't matter because you'll have enough content built up to where you won't have to sit down and create every single time you need to meet with your audience, right? I want you to feel like you have a bank of content that you can rely on and not feel weighted down by your content creation. I want you to be bringing in leads on autopilot so that you are not wasting your valuable CEO time and family time on either creating content or creating another excuse for not creating content. So I hope to see you guys in this free group, and I hope that you're going to learn a lot in this training so that you can get back to work and back to the things that are important and stop making excuses for your awesome content creation. I believe in you, and be sure to subscribe to this channel if you're really enjoying the content. And of course, share this with someone who might need to know it. I know we all have another boss friend that is struggling with this in their own business. So I'll see you guys next week and can't wait to see what you create. Bye.